Guys, it's me, Will, and I got a new shirt. It's called Stitch and Company. I got it at Walmart, and I got it in the women's plus size section because I'm a huge Stitch fan, and in men's there's not a whole lot of Stitch products in men's at Walmart. So I saw this and I thought it was like really really cute, so I bought it. Today I want to talk about recovery from top surgery and hysterectomy. Um, just to put it out there, I'm only going off how I recovered from top surgery and my revision and my full hysterectomy. I'm going by that, just by how I healed up, how I recovered, and um, it's it's probably different for everybody. Okay, it's different for everyone, but um, I made a video called my top surgery and full hysterectomy surgeries or something like that. And so if you want more information, I get into it in more depth in that video. So go right ahead. Um, anyways, here is my top surgery results. I'm really happy where my scars are, because from the bottom of my nipple to the scar, there's that much space. And I've seen some that the scars are like directly underneath, like there's no space whatsoever. And I think that type of result, it's a little too high, a little too high up. It doesn't look like a man's chest, like where the where the pec line is. It just doesn't look right. Um, at least I think it doesn't look right, because I think the nipple and the scar should have some space in between, because if you had a nipple graft done, your nipple's healing, and if there's a scar right underneath it, then I'm thinking that's gonna, you know, mess something up. Um, but that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. Um, also, how I recovered from top surgery. First of all, let me tell you, I when I woke up from my surgery, I was in this recliner. I was in this recliner, and I looked around. I was the only one in the room. And um, and I woke up from anesthesia um, in there, and I was alone, but not for long. Um, the first thing I did was I looked down, and when I saw that my breasts were gone, I was so happy. I was so happy with my results. Um, so, and then some pain set in right away, and the nurse came in and she's like, "How you doing?" I said, "I am in so much pain right now." It was on my right side, So she gave me a pain pill, and um, then I was fine after a while. Anyways, um, there's um, basically how you're going to recover is you're going to have drains in. And some, some people say that, like some people hear stuff about, it's really painful to get the drains out. Um, and they make it sound like really scary and very anxiety ridden or anxiety causing. I haven't heard that. When I had my surgery, I didn't hear that because I was not nervous, I was not anxious, nothing. I was excited. I was super excited because I was finally going to get rid of these things on my chest. And for those of you who are wondering if I bind it at all, um, I tried it a couple of times, and my breasts were so big and so large that it was painful. It was really painful, especially on my in my back. So I couldn't. Um, so I chose not to bind because it just hurt so much. And I was doing it right too. I was doing it right, and it just hurt so much that I just couldn't. I just decided not to. Um, anyways, getting your drains out is nothing. Seriously, it's nothing at all. Um, the doctor, my surgeon, basically said, okay, take a deep breath in, hold for 3 seconds, and then breathe out. And while I was holding it and breathing out, he pulled out the drain, and it didn't even hurt. I was happy to have them out. Um, and you're going to have to. You can't, like, right after surgery. You can't, like, sleep on your sides or your stomach, because if you're a person that sleeps on your sides, like I am, um, you can't do that right after surgery because your chest is healing, and it will feel very weird. Let me tell you, it will feel extremely weird, very strange, and you don't want to do that. So anyway, um, you're going to have this binder on, like, for about 2 to 3 weeks, and there's going to be like some padding or something. Um, there's going to be some padding underneath. Um, I had a little complication with mine. Um, the left side had built up fluid, and my surgeon had to syringe a lot of it out. But luckily, he stuck it into a place that was totally numb, so I didn't feel it going in or anything. Um, and I had to put some pressure on it, and he's like, "Well, your binder isn't going to put enough pressure on it." So um, he wanted me to go get, like, a shelf tank bra. It's like this tank top that has, like, a sports bra type thing in it. And I said, "Oh, I already have a few of those." He was like, "Okay, wear one of those and put the padding in, and so it's compressed." And I did that, and before I knew it, the fluid reabsorbed, and I don't have that problem anymore. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to have complications. because there are some people who don't have any complications at all, and that's really great. But if you do have complications, seriously, yeah, it sucks, but it's something that you will get over. You'll get through it. Um, but yeah, you'll get through it. Um, and so I had to have that padding in, I think, for a week. Um, so I did that for a week, and it was working because all in the end it all reabsorbed. Um, anyway, now trying to do stuff, you're not going to have. Some people have like full range of motion like right after surgery. Some people don't. I didn't. But if you have full range of motion, like the day after surgery or 2 days after surgery or a week after surgery, whatever, but in a really short period of time, don't try to be doing the same stuff you were doing before surgery. Wait at least 6 to 8 weeks for everything to kind of heal up. Like, I couldn't pick up anything heavy at all. Um, and some people need help, like going to the bathroom because they're like in so much pain or whatever. I didn't need help. I was capable of doing that. Um, but anyways, now how you recover from a hysterectomy. Now, I had a full hysterectomy done, and it was medically needed. Um, the surgeon didn't know until he got in there. I had polycystic ovaries, meaning I had cysts growing all over my ovaries, both of them. And I had endometriosis, which I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it has something to do with some tissue, maybe. I had it on the front and back of my uterus, and I had an enlarged uterus. It was larger than normal. Um, and my surgeon came out and told my parents that it was medically needed. Because if it wasn't, then my parents would have had to pay for my hysterectomy, and that would have been really expensive. Because my parents paid for my top surgery and my revision, um, which was super nice. I loved it. Um, and I, I was, okay. After you have everything taken out, um, after you have everything taken out, you're going to bleed a little bit. Like, um, there's some residual stuff that comes out, so it's kind of like a very light period, but very short, like extremely short. It was really short for me. It could be, but it depends on the person, okay? Everybody's different, and how they heal is different. Uh, And I did have, 2 weeks later, I did have one complication. 2 weeks later, I was at the movie theater and I had to use the bathroom. And I went in and I was bleeding. Like, a lot. And I called my mom and told her what was going on. And I said, I need to get to my gynecologist's office. I have to get to the office. And she's like, all right, I'm on my way to get you. And then I called my gynecologist's office and told them what was going on. And they said, come in right away. I was thinking that he left something, he didn't get everything, but he did. Um, and for those of you wondering where I had my surgery, I had it here in Colorado Springs on May 4th, 2011. And I had my top surgery October 15th, 2008 in Minnesota. Um, so I explained it all better in my top surgery and hysterectomy video. Um, so just uh, so go check that out. Um, but yeah, everybody heals differently. It sucked that I had a complication with both of my surgeries, but with my revision, I forgot to mention my revision. Now, if you're going to have a revision, like if you have dog ears, if you're heavy set, if you're a heavy set person, you're probably going to have some dog earring, depending on the surgeon you go to. I had dog ears on my side and a thing of flesh here in the front. And the thing is that I was awake, completely conscious, during my revision, and my surgeon had to use local anesthetic, and that stuff burns going in. It burns. He's like, all you're going to feel is just some pressure. I felt the scalpel cutting into my flesh. And but by the end, my body was shaking so bad from shock that I told my mom, and I was like, if I had known that I would be shaking this bad, and feeling the actual scalpel cut into me. And I was telling him, I'm like, hey, I'm feeling the scalpel cutting into me. And he would put more and more local anesthetic, and I would still feel it. I would still feel the slice. But that's just me. That's how my body works with pain, I guess. But hey, everybody's different. In this video, I'm not trying to scare people away from having top surgery or revision or having a full hysterectomy. I'm not trying to scare anyone, okay? I'm just being as honest as I possibly can, basically totally honest, and just letting you, and I'm just sharing my experiences. So if you're watching this and you are about to have top surgery or hysterectomy or whatever, seriously, don't be afraid, because because you're doing something that is going to be good for you. So, anyways, on that note, I will talk to you guys later.